Hey, how's it going? So, I just kind of watched TF Blade. He reached rank 1 in the NA server. It took him to go from, um, I think it was rank 6, or he was like somewhere in here, to here. It took him 7 months. 7 months of grinding. Now, to be honest with you, when I watched his final game, he got carried, right? He got carried by this guy here, right? Like hard carried by this guy, right? And like honestly, when I was watching him play games, right, I did not feel like he was winning the games. Do you know, like the problem I have with League of Legends and all this ranked, all this climbing stuff, I don't feel you are in control of the game, right? I feel like you are throwing dice and hope that it's going to land. Now, obviously, as a good player, statistically speaking, you over like 1,000 throws, you will have um, you will have impact. You will have more positive throws than negative throws, right? But you still depend on luck, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? So these games, like I had this type of winning streaks. Like I had games where, like my account, if you look at my, for example, let's look at, let's look at this one here. Like I had just rampage of winning streaks, right? Like this one here. Like sometimes I'd have like winning streaks that are very, very long. I don't know if we can see it in here. So you see, like in here, I like win, I lose, I win, I lose, I win, I lose. Do you know what I mean? I win one, like most of the time I have like about 60% win rate, right? And occasionally I just go on this winning streak, right? Just like a rampage. Do you know what I'm saying? And this just kind of boosts your MMR by a lot, right? So what I'm saying is kind of like most of the time you're playing and you're kind of like you win one, you lose one, you win one, you lose one, you win two, you lose one, you win one, you lose one. Do you know what I mean? And then occasionally you will go on this rampage, right? Sometimes you lose two in a row, you know, like sometimes three in a row, and you win then three in a row. Most of the time it's like 50%, 60%. And then sometimes you get on this winning streak, right? And that's what boosts your MMR. So if you just sit there and play full time for 7 months, I guarantee you, because you have to understand, mathematically speaking, you get more points for winning than losing on average. Occasionally, you'll get 8 for win and minus 14 for loss, but most of the time, you get more points for winning. Because he was complaining about he's not getting enough points for wins and stuff like that. Temporarily, yes. Temporarily it happens. But I guarantee you, if we check his OPGG, you'll see that he is. Whoops. Let's check. I guarantee you, his wins are gonna be like 14, and his losses are gonna be about 10 or 11. Right? So yeah, look, you see, wins 17, losses 17, loss 17, win 16, loss 15, 17 for win. Yeah, you see, so if you think, does he get more points for winning? The answer is yes. You see, like win 18, loss 15, right? Occasionally you will have those discrepancies, but overall, you always get more points for winning. Do you know what I mean? So the system is stacked for you to climb. If you think like, is the system stacked for you to climb? And the answer is yes. I even go as far as to say, if I were to analyze the system, I'd say it has, by default, it's set to 55% win rate, right? Now, why is it so frustrating to play even though the system is stacked in your favor? That's because it requires you to play shitloads of games, right? It's not like skill-based matchmaking where you can just, for example, I played Rocket League. I practiced, well, in Rocket League, I practice a lot. Like, like most of the time I practice and I play like maybe, if you analyze my ratio of practice to games played, I'd say I'm 3 parts practice, 1 part playing the game. And of course, I went into human versus human games, and I just 17 in a row. I just won, right? Because the guy against me, I had like my account is brand new, so I don't have any MMR. And the guy again, like some people I was playing against, they did not even know which goal, uh, which goalie or whatever it's called. You know, the thing where you hit the ball into. What is it called? Um, Football goalie name? Because I don't play football. Okay, goalkeeper. Frame of the goal. Yeah, so whatever it's called. You know what I'm talking about. Like it's the, like the goalkeeper protects the frame of the goal or whatever it's called. That big thing. Jeez, I don't play football, so I don't know what it's called. Football gate, maybe. No, this thing. Yeah, what is that called? Gate. There you go. Football gate. I'm sorry, I just don't play football. I don't know what it's called. All right. So the guy I was playing, he scored 3 goals into his own gate, right? Do you know what I'm saying? And I played against people who did not even know how to kind of control the ball. They barely knew controls, do you know what I mean? And yet they are still playing human against human. That's, of course, they're gonna lose. Do you know what I mean? Now it doesn't happen in here because this guy who's gonna score into his own goal is gonna be on your team, right? And I made a video on this. Is just it's gonna bounce feeders back and forth, right? So what I'm trying to say is, is that really an achievement? That's what I'm saying. Like when I reach sometimes my goal, like previously back in the days when I hit like diamond or platinum, I felt joy, right? I felt kind of like, you know, you kind of like completing a degree in IT, for example. It felt like an accomplishment. You know what I mean? Right now, it feels like, oh, I just rotated enough games, and that's how I got here. And if I just continue to rotate, I can go higher, right? Now, this is why I like one-on-one games, because in one-on-one games, you can say, okay, today I'm going to win 25 in a row. And you can do that because you're in control. In here, you cannot do that. Just there is no way. You cannot go into League of Legends game, even if you are like rank 1 challenger player playing in silver, and say, I'm going to win today 25 in a row, right? Because it's not going to happen, right? Sometimes it's just so outside of your control. So what I'm trying to say is, does rank matter? No, right? No. Is that really an accomplishment? It's hard to say, right? It's hard to say, right? I'd say I'd love to see one-on-one games against top players because in one-on-one there's no bullshit. Because I watched some of his games and he was playing against General Sniper or whatever, and this guy here, what's his name? General Sniper, I think, right? Or Sniper? Yeah, yeah, this guy here, Sniper, right? And I swear to God, his team was just crushing Tia Blade's team. It's like it was, I think it was 2 months ago or a month ago. It was in November, I think, November, right? Beginning of November, something like that, right? And like I watched the game and I was like, dude, I was in the same spot as him many, many times. And then I shit you not, 5 people ganked him top. Everybody came top, right? And then the jungler was camping him as well. So it's so stupid, like. But the his final game was the opposite. Like the jungler was just camping top, and this poor Jax was just like, dude, I can't really do much. I mean, this poor Jax was just like, oh my god, and his team was feeding hardcore, and he was like, Jesus Christ, what am I going to do? Right? It was disgusting, basically. I don't know. I don't take rank nowadays seriously at all. Now, I was trying to play this thing here. Where is it called? This one here, right? But I mean, again, do you see like what does it even mean? It just means that in normals, I feel like I have a bit more control, a little bit more control, right? But it's still like if you look at my games, I mean, there are some games it's just like, dude, it's just impossible to carry. Do you know what I mean? Like this game here, like it's just impossible to carry this game, right? Just impossible. They had like Nasus with 22 kills. He was able to 1v3. There was like a point in the game where he 1v3'd Warwick, Miss Fortune, and Senna under our turret. Do you know what I mean? And look, like none of them build any. Like, look at Miss Fortune build. I mean, what damage are you gonna do against Nasus with this item, right? And same with Senna. Like, what exactly are you planning to do with these items, right? Nasus is hard countered by Kraken Slayer and Bork, Blade of Ruin King, and then Last Whisper item. It's like this. I don't know the name of it. I forgot the name. It's it builds out of Last Whisper. Dominic's Regards or something like that. I don't know. But you do more damage to champions that have more health than you. And this guy had a lot of health, right? He's stacking health for sure. Do you know what I mean? And then he put these chains on me, of course, the Athena chains, and I was doing shit, fuck all damage to him, right? Feck all damage. This game here was like super disgusting. Yeah. Basically, like, I was outplaying Jace, but then Elise showed up. And every single time Elise showed up, I had to run away, right? And I left the kill twice for Gwen, and she just couldn't finish the job. Like, oh no, I wasn't against. I was against this guy here. And of course, this guy got 2 kills then, and then he snowballed. Now, when he got 2 kills, I looked at my team and I said, okay, okay, we're not gonna win this one. So I tried to do limit test basically to see if I can take this guy down. But I mean, look at this like team. Look, Diamond 3, Platinum 2, Platinum 4, Diamond 3, versus Gold 3, Platinum 3, Platinum 1, and 2, well, me, like I'm Smurf, and this guy is like level 20. Hmm. Now, this guy was, well, I was just limit testing, honestly, this game. Because this was like, oh god, because when this guy got 2 kills, Elise was like on 7, she was like 7-0 already. I was like, oh shit, right? Then I looked at my team, I was like, okay. And then, like, our only hope was this guy here, right? Because his Jace was roaming bot. They were basically pressuring bot. I can't blame bot lane in here for losing because they were constantly 4 men, like all the time 4 men, right? And then Victor was alone, like he was literally alone farming all the time. And then Jace, I think, came back to lane and just solo killed him. And at that point, that's when I started limit testing because, like, you see, like, think about it this way: if I'm playing Tryndamere and somebody like Shen or Malphite, or well, Malphite no, but like Shen, for example, or Camille, they roam. If they roam twice, they are not coming back into the lane, right? Because if they come back into the lane, I just gonna because I'll have experience advantage, I'll have a gold advantage, I'll have plates, right? They come back into lane, I'm just gonna kill them, right? So I thought in my mind that this is exactly what's gonna happen. Once Jace comes back into lane, he's gonna start feeding to Victor, and that's how we're going to come back into the game. And then lo and behold, Jace comes back and fucking solo kills him. Do you know what I'm saying? I was like, shit. And Victor was like a level ahead. And then I looked at CS and I was like, oh my god, Jace has the same CS as Victor. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the guy is not roaming, he's solo laning, and he has the same CS as, like, because man, if you play against me, I love when people roam against me, right? Because when they come back into lane, it's free kills for me. Absolutely 100% free kills, right? And a lot of the times the game is won, the guy roamed and died, he comes back into lane, not only did his roam not work, now he's feeding in his lane because he's 2 levels down and he has no summoners, and I'm just gonna dive him non-stop. And his wave is in a bad spot because I just froze it, right? That's it, it's game over, right? That move alone, that roam alone, can cost the game sometimes, right? But in this scenario, I mean, Jesus. On my other account, I have games that were just like this game. I just quit, right? I just quit because I mentally could not take it, right? Because how did we die here? Oh, the first time I got disconnected. So we had a kill on Malphite, right? Because we had a kill on Malphite. I got disconnected. Kha'Zix killed Malphite, and I died because of DC, right? Second time I came back into, but you see, in my mind, I was thinking to myself, holy shit, because I also lost 4 in a row on my other account, Hazy, and I was in a mental state where I was like, shit, I'm in a loser's queue again, right? And I thought to myself, holy shit, we're full AD against the Malphite. So do you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking to myself, holy shit, we need to kill this Malphite. We need to somehow start to snowball the game out of control. Otherwise, we're just not gonna win the game because I cannot rely on Jhin, Yasuo, or Kha'Zix to kill Malphite, right? Because and our Yasuo was losing to Echo, so like I was like in full state panic mode at that stage. So I tried to hard engage on Malphite, right? If Kha'Zix followed up, it's questionable whether we would still kill him or not because he lived with like 1 HP because Kha'Zix had no flash back then, right? I'm not sure if his like spikes would reach and do enough damage. So then I just turret dove him. He had like, I don't know, whatever, like 30 HP left, right? Again, I'm not sure if Kha'Zix, if he was to follow up, he would have done something, right? But I mean, at that point, I was like, ah, no, screw it. I'm out, right? So, but this game, I don't know. I don't think we were to win this game anyway. Because you see, the problem is even if I go like 3-0 against Malphite, he's gonna freaking start stacking stupid shit like those. How I hate this item, the steel plated boots. It's so stupid. This item is so stupid, right? And by the time I get like he can just stack that, right? Sit under turret. By the time I get Kraken Slayer, right? This Yasuo is gonna be like 0-9 or whatever, like 1-9, right? This guy will be like, I don't know, 2 kills and whatever, 30 CS ahead of Ezreal. Oh, and Ezreal was winning as well, right? So do you see what I'm saying? Like my options to win the game are non-existent, right? And of course, we're talking about Kha'Zix, and Malphite into Kha'Zix is he's gonna like ult Kha'Zix, and Kha'Zix is gonna die to Echo Q. That's it. That's the life of Kha'Zix in this game, right? Yasuo is the same, right? Yasuo, who is behind, Malphite ults him, Echo Qs, Sona ults, he's dead, right? That's it. Jinx is gonna be doing his magical build that only works against squishes. He's gonna be shooting against Vigor, who is full armor, doing no damage. Malphite non-registering damage, right? And then that's it. That's the game. So like, there's no way to win this, right? I should have dodged, honestly. I should have dodged. Uh, Man, I really felt happy in here, right? Especially like these games. I feel like I could just go in and control the outcome of the game, you know? Oh, this game was disgusting, I think, this game. Because I was just slaughtering this guy, right? But I think my team was just inting. Wait, why did we lose this game? I think it was I don't remember, but I think it was Master Yi or something like that. This game was my fault. I did not know how to play against Atrox really well. But I mean, do you see? If I don't control the game, that's what's gonna happen. You see, that's 0-7. Yeah, that's standard, right? So that's what I'm saying is that's why I'm kind of hesitant to go in, because unless I do like 15 kills, like 18 kills, whatever, 11, 12 kills, right, and have like shitloads of CS. What's my CS in here? Yeah, 240. You see, unless I like hard destroy the entire map, this is typically what's gonna happen. Like 0-7 jungle, 4-10 mid lane, right? Typically one good player, yes, typically, right? Like loser's queue is usually like you with one player, like Batman and Robin against 7 players, basically against 8 players, because you're playing against like 3 players on your team are gonna be hard feeders in loser's queue, right? So the reason why this works, right? The reason why this works is because you create so much pressure that your teammates you prevent your teammates from feeding, because the enemy is more focused on you, right? Now there are some games that are unwinnable because um, sometimes the enemy team just says, screw this Tryndamere, we're just gonna go kill his entire team, and they do that, right? And then sometimes you win if you can take down inhibitors fast enough, right? Mm, I don't know. I don't know. Bottom line, I just don't feel like I'm in control, right? Just don't feel like I'm in control. I guess like I just have to accept maybe 60% win rate as a normal, And that's about it. Leave it at that. And I cannot dual queue because I watch replays. I like play one game, watch the replay. So I can't dual queue because it's people are not gonna be sitting there like, hey, yeah, just go watch your replay. And ultimately, I'm trying to figure out how do I carry. How do like ultimately I'm trying to figure out how do I carry this, like where's that lost game against, yeah, uh yeah, so how do you carry this, that's what I'm trying to say. Like even if I went 15-0, I'm not sure if this would have done anything. Because I mean, look at their team, like Jesus Christ, it's very, very CC heavy. and all of their champions are good against me, except for Maokai. Atrox is actually disgustingly good against Tryndamere. If he has ult, very hard to kill him. Very, very hard. Because he just runs away. Bottom line, like we're talking about TF Blade, right? And I'm saying is all this climbing for 7 months. He was just like throwing the dice, hoping to get a lucky streak. And that's what he got, you know? That's exactly what he got. Now, he could have been still playing, do you know what I'm saying? He could have been still at it until the end of season. But unfortunately, he got, fortunately for him, he got the winning streak he was looking for. All right. So fundamentally, the message I'm trying to say is, I don't think you're winning the games in League. I think you're rotating the wheel of fortune. And if you play well enough, it will be favored, right? Mathematically, it's stacked in your favor, but it will take a lot of turns of the wheel for you to get to where you want to be, right? And at the end of the day, does it matter? No, not really, right? All right, take care.